impact not only myself, but my relationship, not with only me woman, but everybody around me. Or me interact with the world. And for the past 2 years, I've been going to therapy, and these past 2 years has been one of the best. In myself, are the best me ever know. Are the best me ever know. The most comfortable I've ever been with myself. The most comfortable I've ever been interacting in the world. The least confrontational that I've ever been as a person for the past 2 years. Because and there's a lot of things that me used to have pent up frustration on, and this is things, and it's not expensive. My therapist a $15,000 session. 15,000 Jamaican dollar session. Zane, I will go once a month. Me I go now. When I first start going, I used to go twice a week. Till I go once a week. Till I go once every other week. Now I reach once a month. You understand me I say? Zane? So you have to know in yourself, say, alright, boom. You have to know in yourself, say, boom. The money we make, we can't just think about clothes and food and them things they alone. Because health is wealth, and a part of health where a lot of persons negate or fail to look at is mental health. And mental health is the most important factor of your health. Because you see, if your mind fuck up, no matter how your body look good and no matter what you have, you can't stay up on the right and narrow. Straight and narrow. You can't stay up on the straight and narrow. Zane, Zane, you have to understand this. And as I tell you, if Rose find, because you have cheaper therapists out there, you have, and then we work out things, you know. So you can go somewhere. Say you go somewhere for 10 grand. Now put it at that 10 grand a session. And you're going to start with 2 sessions a week. That's 20 grand a week. That's 80 grand a month. Rose can more than afford that. For the first 3 months, you go. After the first 2 months, you go 2 times a week. So 80 grand per month. You can more than afford that. You can more than afford that. You can more than afford to pay 80,000 a month. Because you make more than 80,000 a week. By far. And in one live session, you can make that. Because you have to think about to make yourself better. Not only for you. Worse, now that your children have been taken by CDA. But CDA come take a pity them, you know. And one of the reasons why CDA take a pity them, enough people talk about how wicked people report her and all them things there. Even if she was not reported. I'm going to talk this right now. I'm going to eat me for this. With how she is acting, or she has acted, or she has spoken to her children on a public forum, for CDA to not intervene in this, it would make CDA look like shit. It would make CDA look like shit, like CDA is a waste of taxpayers' money. So for unfair come cost CDA, what not cost CDA for? If CDA not coming to take Rose children is like the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Here see a shootout a go on in your community and be people are dead and JCF does stand up a station and the police them sit down and not do nothing. One that cost the police them say, boy, them a murder we have done and the police them no business with we. If CDA did not come and take Rose Pitney and come and investigate Rose and not take Rose Pitney, what message would that say to everybody else who abuse them Pitney? This what I'm right now with the Rose and CDA send a message to whole heap of people out here. Because me personally, with this what go on with the Rose, me say enough people are informed on themselves, enough people are talk about me chat to my Pitney worse than that. Pan live, when literally admit say una abuse on the Pitney them. Some of the dunceness and the stupidity when me hear people there upon this attack, people are say, oh, Rose a good mother because her Pitney them eat food and her Pitney them clean and her Pitney them have good place to sleep. What the fuck? You think that is all that being a parent is? Do you guys literally believe that all that being a parent is providing food for your Pitney and giving them clean clothes and sending them go to school? You think that is all it takes to be a parent? They say, well, no call abuse, psychological abuse, trauma. You know, the problem is, a lot of us as Jamaicans, we have been desensitized because we have normalized abuse. We have normalized abuse. Because we got so much abuse from our parents growing up, we believe that it is normal for us, for you to call your Pitney big pussy girl. For you to look at your daughter and call your daughter so good. For you to look at your young prepubescent child and say, you're whore and you're a bitch and dirty girl. For you to look at your pitney and call your pitney nasty girl or nasty boy or dirty boy or drunker, that is abuse. That is abuse. And you see, all I want to talk about how after she know that you basically are informed on yourself. And so you talk to you pitney them. This is exactly how you talk to you pitney them. That's why you say nothing wrong with it. Because this is how you deal with you pitney them. And you basically are informed on yourself. On literally they are informed. Friends, turn down the stove with me. On literally they are informed on yourself. On believe say just because on provide money for on pitney them. On a good parent. Me see enough people look upon me and say, oh, me a good father. Fuck you not that. Me not a good father. Me not a good bumbuckler father. Me spend for my pitney. And when me get a chance to see my pitney, me spend time with him and I ramp with him and I add. But most of the time, me not there with my pitney there. But there on the food, sometimes I ball. Because I know say, oh, me there, so I have to do this on my part. I'm a woman over there, so. I need to pack up my thing and go and turn in my family. Not because I spend money, not because I spend little time. I want to see me ramp up with my pitney them and thing. When my pitney call me and tell me, say, miss me, me feel like shit. Me feel like germs. Me feel like shit when me wake up and come from school and call me and say, Daddy, I miss you. Me feel like shit because I don't dead there. Even though I call him every day, I on the phone with him till him drop asleep enough for the time them. Me still feel like shit because I'm not a good papa. Because I'm the way across the world. And then the way our next part of the world. Me absent means an absentee father. Enough of the people them I say, I know, I understand because I hear a lot of people talking about the people them left, gone foreign, gone work and send money come back to them pitney in Jamaica. Who not a good parent, fuck you not talk. Fuck you not talk. Fuck you not talk. You have some people do not have the option, or don't have the option. Because if you sit down at Jamaica, your pitney go dead for hungry. Yes, the pitney go dead, but if you are there and you have a plan, you have to leave Jamaica, you go foreign, you have to go for go work, and you send come back for come take care of your pitney, and you build a space to carry your pitney to you. Then you know say you do what you're supposed to do. But if you are foreign and you just live life and just run up and down and in from dance to dance and one back a thing, and you just send a barrel come close to your pitney and come look for your pitney once a year or once every 2 years, then you're a piece of shit. But if you're over there, you make the sacrifice to make a place for your pitney come to you, or if you come back to your pitney, then you make a sacrifice because this is what people don't understand. You see as a parent, you have to understand, say, your job as a parent is to make yourself uncomfortable so that your pitney them can comfortable. That is your job as a parent. Your job as a parent is not to put food and clothes and send pitney to school. Your job as a parent is to do the uncomfortable things for yourself to ensure that your children have the best outcome that they can possibly have. That is your job as a parent. Sometimes you have to reflect, you have to look on things what you do. Because as a parent, you can't wrong too. You're not always right. Some of we go through so much trauma when we're younger. We believe that we are never wrong. We believe that because we overcome the obstacles and the hurdles of the abuse that we felt as a child, for we pitney need to get some of the abuse and the obstacles them too. That is wrong. That is wrong. Not because you survived the torture and the torment of verbal or physical abuse, that doesn't mean you have to put them type of something there and them abuse the pan your pitney too. How is it that you say you love your children, but you want your children to face the same struggles and trauma that you went through? How that make any form of sense? How you feel love your pitney them and want your pitney fi have the same negative experiences that you had growing up as a child? You're supposed to try to scrape off and censor what it is that you pour into your pitney. And for uno way I come and talk about say, oh, Rose a good mother. Great mother. Fuck her not talk. Fuck her not talk, people. Fuck her not talk. Fuck her not talk, brother. Fuck her not talk, brother. Fuck her not talk, brother. That is fuckery. That is fuckery. I wanna feel like you not help Rose, you not help Rose, you not tell her them something, a dog. I hurt you not hurt her. Because we not do not feed into her delusion. What we can say is, what I can say, because I can give people them flowers. Rose is a good provider. She's a good provider, but she's not a good mother. Rose is a good provider, but she's not a good mother. Because the maternal things, them, remember say, you have to remember this, people. If 24 hours in the day, 16 out of the hours them, we are looking to Rose's life. I'm going to address everything right, so I'm going to do a next life on this. If you come cuss me, I still not come back come do a next time. I just spill out everything on my officer right now. When CDA come take where Rose pick them, and Rose go up on the road and come back and turn on the live and a ball. I'm hear enough people that talk about, if I did my pitney, me wouldn't go back on the live and me wouldn't do that. Fuck her and attack. First of all, that is a false equivalency. Number one, your job is not live. Her job is live. That is her job. That is her profession. That's a part of her life. If police come take away your pitney, you still have to go back and work. You still have to go back and work. You don't look upon it as live as the live as oh, just entertainment. No, it is her job. It is her job. It is her job. What we can say now, she should have never did come and make her. That I cannot give her the right pan, none at all. She should have not come to Mecca because she wasn't getting paid to come there. They weren't obligated to come there. You could have went anywhere else in the world. You could have go up Ribbies. You could have gone and dance down and see if you water house. You could have go. You never have to come and Mecca. Because it never did go. You know for your fact it never did go turn out good. But you going back on live and going to live and that is your job. Una go like say she have a 9 to 5. Una talk about how this generation is so lost. Everything them take to internet. Internet is her job. You is a teacher. If you witness something traumatic or if something traumatic happen to you, does that mean that you don't have to go to work? You don't have to go teach the people in Pitney? Me there so. I entertain me do. Me tell you no. When my grandfather did, you know, me got through a rascal piece of depression, you know. But when my grandfather did, me take be a people deposit. And every night for the week, them time me had to fuck. Every night for the week when my grandfather did, me have a bookings. What me did for do? Me couldn't find them 50,000 and they send go back go give back everybody them deposit. Me have to set and take it, me I go through trauma, me stress out, and me have to go there go work and enter, me have to run up and down and laugh and give joke and play music and do one person and entertain the people. But when me come home at night time, me sit down and me ball. Me drive go instead go lie down on my grandfather bed and me ball. But guess what? Cause me have to do it because of my job. So for Uno fi come talk about why she dey, it is her fucking job. When she stop go live, Una go pay her bills then. She get a lawyer. Zin?